Hello. Hi, Lise. Hello. Okay, I am so unorganized. I'm like fully in my time. I'm trying to like do orders and do everything else at like 500 miles an hour. So I have made 10 ton of notes so that I have it all written down so I don't miss anything and we can get through it all relatively smoothly, if that's even a thing. What I'm going to do for the next like however long it takes me is I'm going to go through your back office. So if you are new, this is perfect for you. If you have been with us a while but you just kind of want to see what I'm doing, you'll get the gist of it. It's fairly simple and easy to follow. I also have a few bits for you. Hi, this is excessive and pompous lip pencil mixed. Yeah, I have a few things for you to screenshot as well. So if you have an iPhone or anything like that, you can I'll hold it up so you can screenshot it. That way, if you haven't got a pen and paper and you don't want to take notes, you can just screenshot it and you'll have it there on your phone anyway. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about your back office. Here we have my website. Would it be easier if I turned it that way? Can you see better when it's that way? Is that better? Okay, so what I want you to do for me is tell me what colour you are, what status are you at, so I know who I've got here and what information applies to who. So if you just let me know where you are in the company plan, then I know which bits of information work for you. Right, so, yellow, yay! Yay, loads of yellows. Okay, so you have your back office, which is up here in the corner. We all know where it is. White, yay! Almost yellow, fantastic. Right, let me find my little cursory thingy bob. White going for gold, I love that. Okay, right, I don't know which way is easiest to show you. Right, so if you click on your back office, you have all this crazy stuff here. Can you see that? Right, so the first important thing on your back office is going to be your dashboard. Now, I don't use everything on my back office, but here is your dashboard. So you can see at the top here, it tells you all the latest news. So it tells you when things are out of stock, if there's any information that you need to look at. It also had our mascara tracker on it, which is still running. And this is going to show you where you can get everything. It's also going to tell you about your training courses. It's got everything on here, the leaderboards, you've got the convention for next year if you want to buy your ticket, what's in the kit, everything is there. So if you need to look for anything, it's going to be here in your latest news. You also then have in your back office your royalties, which is where you can check your own personal business development. You also have your company, where you can check any of your teamies' business development. You also have on your website, as we all know, your shop. Now this is where you will find absolutely everything you need to know about that product. So if we just go for the 3D lashes, just so I can show you. So there is already a couple of pictures here that you could save and use. So there's like pictures there that you can save and borrow. So here it tells you the details. It tells you all about how it increases 400% volume, and it's hypoallergenic. There's already details there. You can use those details. It gives you directions on how to apply, and it also gives you lists of ingredients. Now, what I love about Younique ingredients list is, if you see here, it has water, hydrates and cleanses. It gives you reasons why they are in there. So, for instance, iron oxide, it helps to give that striking black colour. So all the info that you need on your products is there in your back office. You then have a little bit up here which says party. So if you click on that, that is going to tell you all about running a party. So it's all there for you. It tells you all about how it works. It even has this grid, which means that you can click in. So say, for instance, your party host was going to get 350 party points. that's going to tell you how much free Ycash and how many half price items. So you can work out exactly how much you are going to get for an order, or how much your host is going to get from an order. Right, then if we go back up, you also have the join bit. Now I know that a few people get scared about clicking this because they think it's going to mess up their own account, but not at all. It's going to tell you about the presenters kit, it's going to tell you how to register, it's going to tell you our rising stars, all about the Triple Digits Club. So there is so much there that you can look at. If you just click on the presenters kit, it will give you a list of everything that comes in the presenters kit, how much it's going to cost, and if you go to the top and change your country, so let's just go for Mexico, just as a random change, it's going to tell you how much that kit is in Mexico. So it'll tell you exactly how much it is there. So you can tell them that it's going to cost you that much, and you can do that for Australia. You can click on any of the countries and find out how much that kit is in that country. Okay, so if we then go back into our back office, you also have a bit which says orders. So you can click on that and that will tell you all about your orders that you've had. And if I just cover up any details, here it says the order. So if you click on that little pink bit there, that is your tracking number, and this pink bit over here is the order itself. So that one will tell you what you've got in your order, and this one will tell you where it is. Now, a lot of people are the tracking. They're saying it's coming up in Dutch, you can't understand it, it's not making any sense. So I'll just give you a tiny little tip that if you take your tracking number and you go to www.dhl.co.uk and put that tracking number in, it'll come up in English. It's exactly the same website, it's just in our language. If you just go to the UK version, my voice is going, go to the UK version and put your tracking number in, you'll get all your information in English, so you'll know exactly where your parcel is. Yeah, or you can get the app. Right, back on your back office. You have a bit for your, let me see where I am. You have a bit for your customers. So all your customers' details are on there. Their email address, all sorts. Everything's there so you can keep track of them. You also, that is my dog's play fighting. You also have a bit that says corporate news. So you know your email that you get from corporate every couple of weeks that gives you all the latest news, the latest kudos, that kind of thing. If you lose that email, you can always go to corporate news in your back office. You also have a flip book catalogue, so you can look at the catalogue on your web site. And you also have a section that says My Parties, where you can keep an eye on the parties that are already running. Now, what I love about our back office is it also tells us about our rising stars, kudos and trips incentives, and the Triple Digits Club, so you can really keep on top of what's going on within the company. You also have a little bit, if I can just find it here, which tells you about the foundation. So you can check all about our mission and read all about it. There is a website for our mission, so you can go and read up on the Younique Foundation website as well. Let's see, where else are we? If we go back into our dashboard. Now on our dashboard we have this amazing thing called University, which is a weekly training course that you can do when you sign up, and that's going to go through getting started, your kit, how to party, leadership and advanced back office training. So everything that you have learned or you need to know is in there. Now I'm doing this scope today is because I want every single person on this periscope to divorce their upline. Now, none of the top leaders within this company go to their uplines because they're an upline of X amount of people. They have 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000. Some of them even have up to 4,000 in their downline. They're their own expert. They are the expert of their company. And what we want to aim to be is the expert of our own company. So how are we going to do that? It sounds really complicated and it sounds really scary. And you are sort of, especially if you're white or yellow status, you might feel a little bit like, I'm not a leader. I don't have anybody in my team yet. It seems like too much pressure. Try emailing support instead of the Younique Foundation. Email support. Yeah, how are you going to become that leader? Now, I learned some fantastic stuff at convention. And one of those things that I learned that I really took on board was to rob and duplicate. So we already have fantastic people within our company that we can take inspiration from. So I've just written, if you're ready to screenshot, you're going to want to screenshot this now, okay? Oh, I don't know. Who's your upline? Or your upline's elite upline? They might be able to message for him. Right, if you're going to screenshot, this is what you want to screenshot now. Can you screenshot that? Can you get that in? Has everyone got it? These are our UK Black Status presenters. We also have lots of others that are worth following. These are all our top people within our company. These are the top 5% of our company. Now, the reason I'm showing you that and the reason that you want to be following them is because you can follow suit of what they do, how they do it, how are they rocking their business, what are they posting on Facebook, what training are they doing, who are they following for inspiration, and you want to use what they do to help you. Sorry, I'm just getting messages, I'm trying to close them at the same time. They are all smashing what they've done. So if you think in the UK, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Black Status presenters. That's 8 people that have already conquered this company plan within the last year, I might add. They've only been doing it for a year in the UK. How have they done that? However they've done it, you want to be doing it exactly the same. And I'm not talking about going and copying their Facebook posts and all of that. But I'm telling you now, when these girls started, they didn't have any upline because their upline was in America. They had no products for 6 months. No products for 6 months. Yet they've managed to reach the top of the company. And you want to be just following what they're doing, seeing what they're doing, what are they watching, what training are they attending, what events are they doing, and like really get involved in what they're doing and duplicating what they've done. So don't rely on your upline. Now, the reason we don't rely on our upline is because quite a few of our uplines aren't Black Status. Some of them aren't even green status. Some of them are white and yellow and have just started just like you. I remember when I got my first set of teamies, I'd only been in the company for 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks at the max. And I was like, oh my God, I've now got 5 girls that are relying on me. How am I going to do that? I'm going to have to pull my tushy together and learn how I'm going to help these girls learn. So you really have to just ditch your upline and figure out how you're going to become your upline. It's okay. I was a bit late too. Yeah, so think about it. Take Charlie, for instance, who's just joined us. Charlie is running a team of 4,000 girls. She has become her own expert in her company. So you want to be doing exactly the same as our UK Black Status presenters, and that is becoming an expert in your own company for your team, and then teaching your team how to become their own expert of their own company, and so on and so on and so on. And before you know it, you will have a huge team of leaders, and you will be absolutely smashing your way through this business. So be brave, be an entrepreneur, be a boss babe, be a businesswoman, whatever you want to call yourself. But the minute you sign up, you are a business. You're a business. If you want to be just a presenter, that's fine. If you want to be a leader, even better. But you're still a business. Even if you just want to sell mascara for a bit of extra cash, you are still a business. Put yourself in your upline shoes. So imagine if you had a team of 20 people. We'll just go for a small amount. You see, you've got a team of 20 people, and every single one of those people or girls are coming to you every single day with 3, 4, 5 questions per person. That's a hell of a lot of questions to answer in one day. Don't be sitting there stressing, going, my upline isn't helping me. I haven't spoken to my upline all day. My upline hasn't spoken to me all week. That poor woman is probably trying to run her business, look after her kids and everything else that comes with being a woman, as well as help you. Be patient with them. Don't start naggy-nallying at them, because you're not gonna help them at all. Put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel? Because in 6 months' time, in a year's time, you are going to be that leader with 4,000 in your company, and you're going to have them all asking you questions. So put yourself in your upline shoes of how they might feel right now, especially if they're new. They're going to feel so guilty if they don't know the answer to your question. So just bear with them. Okay, negativity kills business. So if you want to screenshot something, you're going to want to screenshot this as well. This is a little chart with you at the top. Then you have your upline and your team members or your teammates. You then have your potentials and you have your customers, and then you have the results. Now, what you need to do is you need to think about how you can help yourself and your team and your potentials and your customers to get results. So the way you're going to do that is by keeping healthy, happy relationships with all of those people. You want to keep a healthy, happy relationship with your upline, with your team members or your teammates. You also want to keep healthy, happy relationships with your potentials and your customers. And if you can manage to just keep happy relationships with those 4 circles, you are going to see results, because positivity spreads like wildfire. The happier you are, the happier your team are, the happier your customers and everything's going to be. It's all a big cycle. So if you start to become negative, your team will pick up on that, which is going to sort of brush off on them. Your upline will pick on that, which will brush off on them. Eventually, your customers and your potentials are going to pick up on that negativity, and it's just, you're going to see no results. So make sure that you are using these on a weekly basis, and say to yourself every day, have I done something to help my upline today? Because she helps me all the time. Have I done something to help my team today? Because they help me all the time. Have I done something to help my potential, to keep my potentials happy? Have I done something to keep my customers happy? And if you can tick those 4 boxes every single day, you've achieved great things without even posting anything. As long as you can keep those relationships going, everything else will just fall into place. So, team groups. Now, we are all on team groups. We're on Fabulash, Diva Dolls, Sassy Lash, whatever team group you're on, we are all on a team group. What is that team group for? You want to share positive quotes. You want to share tips or advice. You want to share selfies. So you'll take a selfie and say, girls, I've mixed the pompous and the excessive and it is amazing. You really need to try it. Feel free to share this picture with your customers. Training. If you found a video on YouTube that you absolutely freaking loved, share it on your team group. If you've had really good news, like you've hit a promotion or anything like that, you've bagged yourself a party, anything, share that on your team group. And excitement, even if you just want to write something on your team group going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, have you seen the new splurge that's out next month? Share it, because it's excitement and it is really, really good for those potentials that have been added to the group to check it out, or even the newbies. It puts the newbies in a really excited state too. Your upline. Your upline is for having a bit of a moan. If you want a little bit of a moan, keep it off of your Facebook, go to your upline. If you need to ask a question, go to your upline. If your upline doesn't know the answer to your question, go to support. So support is for if you found fakes. If your customer comes to you and says, I think I've bought this, I think it's a fake, go to support. Order problems, go to support. Delivery problems, go to support. Questions, go to support. All of those things like fakes, order problems. Yeah, I think so. Quite a few people have. Fakes, orders and deliveries do not need to go on group chat. 100% do not need to go on group chat. It puts everybody in a bad mood. Nobody wants to hear it. and none of us are DHL, so we can't answer your questions anyway. We're not delivery people, we're presenters. We don't know where your delivery is. So posting all about deliveries is not helping anybody. You need to go to support. Team chats. If you're on a team chat on Messenger, what do we use that for? We use it for supporting one another. General chit chat, because let's face it, we're sisters, so we need to chit chat and gossip. Share your good news and your excitement. Ask for opinions and questions. If you want to write a post and you're not quite sure about it, that's for team chat. Okay, so what do you do to help yourself? We've already talked about ditching our upline. We don't need our upline 100%. We can have a moan at them and things like that. But ditching our upline, following the people that we need to follow. But where do we go from here? We know how to work our back office now. I will never ditch you, Charlie. We've sorted out our back office, so now we're ready to go forward. We know exactly what we need to do on our back office. We already know what's going on. Where else do we go for training? If we're not going to go to our upline for training, where are we going to go? Well, first of all, you're going to go to your upline's training group. We all have a training group. Go to your upline's training group, because that is where you're going to get bits and pieces of information that you may have missed on your back office. If you haven't got time to check your back office, it will probably be on there. YouTube. YouTube is amazing. Shari Brown, Chanel Cooper Sykes, Amber Voigt, Actualize.org, The Secret, and one of my new favourites is the Hypno Mama. They are all amazing places to gain information. Books. Beach Money, The Secret to the Law of Attraction, How to Become Network Marketing Leaders, Think and Grow Rich, Attraction Marketing. There's a million books. And did you know if you pay just £7, I think, Charlie, is it £7 a month? On Amazon, you can download all of those books for free to a Kindle app on your phone. So you don't even have to pay for any of the books. You just pay £7 a month and you can get as many books as you like. Researching. So if you're sitting there and you're going, I don't have any skills in makeup, I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to recruit, what am I doing? Google. Google it. Google will give you the videos, the images, the links. Google will give you absolutely everything you need to know. It will even teach you how to brand your business and brand yourself. Go to Google. If you've got a question and you really need to know the answer to it, type it into Google before you go to your upline or your team group, because 9 times out of 10, they probably won't know the answer to the question that you're asking, and they've gone and Googled it themselves. So save them some time away from their business just by going and Googling it yourself. Be your biggest fan, but your worst critic. Does that make sense? Be your biggest fan. You are the person that is going to get yourself to the top. It's not going to be your upline. It's not going to be your team members, your team friends. It's going to be yourself and your downline. But you need to start with yourself, because you'll have nothing to offer your downline if you don't know what you're doing. You really need to take the time to learn things that you can pass on to your downline. Become valuable to your team, because the minute you become valuable, the minute your team will be like, oh my God, everybody needs to join my team because my upline is amazing and gives me the most amazing advice. It works like a bit of a rolling, what's the word? It's like a domino effect, but the opposite way. So you do amazing, your team will do amazing, their team will do amazing, and before you know it, you're all at the top, you're all driving Lamborghinis, drinking champagne in like some really hot country somewhere. You need to sort of keep the train of positivity and learning and growth throughout everything that you do. I know, I couldn't think of somewhere really hot then. Right, you know, everybody goes, oh my God, I love being a part of Younique. I'm like my own boss. I work my own hours. Well, if you're your own boss, think about if you worked in a shop. If you worked in a shop and your boss said to you, I want you to go and read Beach Money by Jordan Elder by tonight. It takes 2 hours to read that book. I want you to read that by tonight. You'd go home and you'd read it because your manager of your shop told you to go home and read it. Because if you don't read that book, you're going to lose your job. Well, think about it like that. think about the fact that if you don't train yourself to know what the hell you're doing within this business, you're not going to have a business. So think about it like that. I know that sounds really harsh, but that's kind of the way that you've got to think about it. If you set yourself a power hour every day to just go and run your business for an hour, even if it is just watching YouTube videos, which, let's face it, it's not really hard work, that is going to benefit your business. That's it. That is all my notes. That is all of my notes. I'm done. Has anybody got any questions before I go? Has anyone got any questions, or are you all just going to go and Google it? No problem. Feel free to share it with all of your new team members, because I will be posting it on YouTube. So if anybody's missed it or they don't want to, yeah, don't ask me questions. Just go and Google it. No problems, girls. Right, I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. Night, everybody. Bye.